Welcome in, guys. I'm probably getting coffee. I will be right with you. Gives everybody time to get in here and start chatting and for everybody to get the notifications. Thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Today is an extra stream. I just felt like hanging out with you guys. I have no idea what we'll do today, but I'm sure we'll do something. Thank you guys again for coming. If you could take this time to share out the stream, I'd really appreciate it. And I'll be with you shortly. Yay! Hey everyone. I decided I needed an extra coffee. Today we have a special guest. She'll be right up. And I hope you guys are doing well. Hello to Kelly, to Scott, to Jen, to Cassie, to James. Ooh, hazmat. Well, So let me introduce you in case you do not know. There we go. In case you do not know Cassie from Tale Told in the Dark, she has a wonderful channel. I pinned it. If you are not subscribed, please subscribe. She does all stories like I do on Sundays, like my Sinister Sunday stories, but um hers are, different, a little different. I'll let her tell you all about it. Hi, Cassie. Thank you
Hi. Hi.
for
Um,
joining me.
of course. Of course. I'm so glad that I could, I'm available usually on weekdays. So yeah, I'm so glad that we got to
Well,
hang
that's what
out.
I said. I said, well, I normally do interviews Saturday, but I could change it around. Thursday is like fun day anyway, so I was like, no.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, because I don't want to say, oh, well, I can, I'll be there and then something come up on it. Because Saturdays are so like, so hectic for me. So I'm like, but I want to hang out with you. So I was like, well, hopefully we can make something happen. And you did. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank
I'm
you.
good like that. I am good like
Good. I know you're
now.
busy, you know.
Oh, mostly with YouTube, really, and
Yeah. It
but
is. It's busy, 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 busy. I know I'm constantly having to do the research for my scripts and then get all the script stuff written out. Um and then I do my narrating by on my phone. I don't do it by the computer yet. So, it takes a little longer. I kind of do things the hard way because I'm um I don't know what you would call it. Just kind of hillbillish. I do everything
yeah.
the easiest way. So, but yeah, I have a lot of ideas, and plus I'm ADD, so I'm constantly uh, got one thing going, and then I got another five things. You know, okay, I got to do this too. I got to do this too. I got to do this too. So I need to kind of just have a little way of okay, well, this is what's going to happen, and organize it. So that would be a lot easier. I think I would do a lot better if I didn't have the ADD and I could be more organized. But I have this binder here full of I mean, it's like full of ideas that I wanna do for the channel. The problem I think is some people want, like, mysteries and true crime, and then some people want the cryptids and stuff like that, and I think the algorithm kinda messes up when you're doing, like, different things. I don't know. That's
Right.
kinda what I so
Well, why don't you tell everybody about a little bit about exactly your stories, how you set them up, how you decided to do stories and get into your channel because Cassie used to be um the huntress, and she used to read oracle cards, but now
Mhm.
she just tells us lovely stories. So tell them a little about your channel.
Okay, so I don't really know how I started doing this. Like, I always get these like things that pop into my head and says, you need to do this, you need to do this. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know where it came. I know that, Carol XO was the narrator. So maybe I got so like inspired because she was
Oh,
narrating. I don't know. And then I just like, okay, maybe I'll take a little jab at it. But I was really scared of doing the editing part. I'm like, I can't, there's no way I can figure out editing because I'm very slow. But I figured out this one little easy thing on my computer how to edit. I can't remember. It's Clipchamp. But
oh,
anyways, yeah, I just like, okay, what do I want to talk about? And then I'm like, okay, I really like ghost stories. I love ghost stories. I love legends. So I kind of went out and started looking for ghost stories and legends and mysteries. And that's, yeah, been amazing. Like I said, I have a big old thing of things I want to cover. There's so much to cover, like from
yeah,
every country, from every state. So I just
right.
have to like focus on one thing, but I can't. So that's
Oh,
kind of
I
what I do.
know. That's what I do for my Sinister Sundays. It was supposed to be virtual investigating for places that I would love to go, but can't. But then,
Oh,
you know, because obviously I don't have money to travel around the world and I hate planes, and so there's
yeah,
some
yeah,
places I'm just not going. So then I would do like tell them about the history of the place and all the ghosts that are there that people supposedly saw and everything. Um, and that's how it started. But then I started doing urban legends, and I would do Sinister Sunday on location where I actually got to go somewhere, and I would tell the history and show you the place and stuff. And then sometimes I'll just tell like stories of like people's stories, people experiences, so haunted
yeah.
people stories.
You,
So
you always come up with
we're-
really good ideas. You always do. The Sinister Sundays and all the little just craft things and everything. You're always coming up with good ideas. So that's
yeah,
pretty
now
neat.
see, your channel has really grown. Like I know probably because I do so many different things on my channel that it's so it has everybody who knows me, but it's hard for like new people to subscribe when they're like, what am I
Yes,
watching?
yes.
Are we cooking? Are we crafting? Are we doing
But I'm the
ghosts?
same
Like what
way.
are we doing? But that's what I like to do. I tried like to break it up. Like I had a gardening channel and I have a crafting and cooking channel, but I can't keep up with it
Yes.
all. So nope,
Yes.
I'm just the everything channel, so that's what I am.
Kind of, yeah, kind of here too. I was like, I should do like different channels, but I don't have the time or the mental. I do kind of have the time, but I don't. And I don't have
Yeah,
the mental health to do more than one channel. Like maybe it's the
yeah,
ADD. I don't know. I have ADD so bad I can't handle, or maybe it's the anxiety more than Like I'm already kind of like fluttering around trying to grab everything and put it into this channel. I've had this
yeah,
channel for 3 years, and I think algorithms kind of starting to hit here and there. It's just hard work. It's a lot of hard work, and you know that. You know that. Now
yeah.
you've been on here too.
Yep.
So,
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm with the same channel now for I think it's over 7 years. So
I wish I could
I
say the
think it
same.
was the seventh anniversary. Um,
Like,
and maybe in September or October of the year that just passed. So yeah, so it's a little over 7 years, and
I
I
want
don't
to. too, but
Boomer. She said she would probably join us, but I don't know. She didn't sleep well yesterday, so I don't know if she'll
oh,
be not Mary. Um, Usually Mary was my Thursday hostess. Yeah,
yeah,
she with me. We would do spiritual Thursdays.
yeah,
I started running out of ideas for every Thursday to do spiritual Thursday because you know how much spiritual things
yeah, yeah.
do you know about and the research on that and to do the video and put it out and then to do the live stream was
It's a lot. It's
crazy.
a
I'm surprised I did 100 of them. But anyway, I was like, yeah, Matt, if we're gonna do that, we have to do that like once a month. We'll do like a
it
spiritual learning
is.
kind of thing, and then we'll do like other stuff during the Thursday, because
Um,
it's rough. That's what it is. So I was doing a video every day and I said, no, I can't. Mm-mm.
It's
Like
hard. Yeah.
I had to do this research for Sunday and do the video and the editing. Then I would do Thursday's video and then, I'd do a craft
Yeah.
and then I do a cooking video and then I do a short because you need the shorts to help with the
Mhm.
algorithm and for new people. And you're like, I
Yes.
was doing video every day plus the 2 live streams. It was killing me. I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna get rid of 1 video a week and just do an extra live stream of something, playing games, I don't care, just so I don't have to do
Right?
any research and editing."
The editing, yeah, takes a long time. The research,
Yeah,
yeah, it just takes so much time. I mean, I like to narrate. I love narrating. I love kind of, I love researching. So you want to make sure it's all right.
yeah.
It's just, yeah, it takes a while. So I think I'm trying to do the mystery Monday. I had two last time, but that didn't get very many views. So I might just go back to the one mystery every Monday. And then maybe a cryptid stuff with, you saw the one with Nick. We're doing like little cryptid stuff. So just kind of, I guess, kind of keep with that. Cryptid, I don't know if it's going to be weekly. I don't know if I can keep up with weekly.
Right.
About the mystery Monday. Like I have bring a case in every Monday because I have so many cases, and then I have written down. I have so much. I have just. Let me show you if you can see. Like this thing here is like it's like almost. It's got a lot. All this is full of stuff.
Yeah,
It's all full of you know legends. There's
yeah.
cold cases, uh,
That that
cryptid, and I'll see something else, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna cover around there.
yeah, I'm gonna cover that too.
So
Um, so
yeah,
wait, we'll play just a
so
little of, um, so you guys can hear what she does, so I don't have an extra device here. So that's Cassie's channel. She has all her videos, and this is what it sounds like when Cassie tells her stories.
In the quiet outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky, just past the dim glow of streetlights and the distant hum of traffic, lies an old railroad bridge stretching over Pope Lick Creek. If you listen closely on certain nights, you might hear something other than rhythmic clatter of steel against steel. A whisper.
Now that's her newest video, so you guys are gonna have to go check out what happens on that bridge. It's very good. Now this was a collab with someone else, right? Paranormal Poet.
oh yeah, yeah, paranormal poet on YouTube. We collabed.
Oh, we lost Miss Cassie. She kicked herself off. She pressed the button. I'm lucky to get through a week too. Um, so yeah, so the stories are great that she tells. She has a beautiful, soothing voice to watch stories. So if you like that kind of stuff, like I said, and you're not subscribed, give it a subscribe. I'm sure she'll be right back. Cassie does read cards too. She does a great job. One day I will see if we could have her up for a Wednesday. So she could help with the readings. That'd be lovely. Share. You need to find. I know. I know. One of these days we need her on Friday. That's a great idea, Boomer. Maybe she could do a Friday. I don't know. Oh, there she There you are. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
she pressed something.
No, my phone just kicked me off. It's probably my internet. That's so crazy.
Nah.
Oh, it's horrible. I was like trying to get back in here. Yep.
Boomer, Friday, you know Boomer.
Mhm.
Boomer does improv story night on Fridays on his channel. So I join and he was like, oh, Cassie needs to come on Friday and do story night with us. And I'm
Oh,
like, yeah, that'd be a great idea. So on Friday, when you're free, you have to let
oh
us
yeah, that would be
know.
fun.
And
That'd be a
yeah,
lot of fun. And you
maybe
guys
we
always
could
do your.
trick her into thinking that you are Mary Street.
But yeah, that would be fun. I need
Yeah,
to do
no,
more stuff like that. I know
it is
Boomer got
fun.
me in.
So, I think we haven't seen you around in a lot of live streams, so at least maybe this will help get a few more viewers to your channel, even though she's doing fabulous. Um, Cassie's got 2,450K. 2,000,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Yes.
Awesome.
Subscribers. Um, 612 videos, so lots binging, watching you could do. Put it on while you're doing the dishes and listen to Cassie tell you a story. Um,
Oh,
Now some of these stories are true stories, Cassie, right? Are all of them true or are some of them made up?
I think well my Mystery Mondays are all true. And then when I talk about I mean not everything is true, but like my Mystery Monday, certain things are true. Yes. And then like there's stories sometimes stories are just made up, but a lot of my stuff is true.
Right.
Like if yeah, if I do little stories on cryptids, of course it's not, true, but so like the
Right.
legends are yeah, like usually the legends are real legends, you know.
Right. Well, like
So,
mine, it's like I write urban legend,
yeah.
and these are what the people said about it, or these are the people who saw it or whatever, but that doesn't mean it's we don't know what it is. Hey, Regina. So so to the people who see it, and I always tell this to everybody, to the people who experience these things, it's real to them,
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
So, you know,
But I
uh,
love a good old legend. I love a good old legend. Even if it's not true, I love the good, legends, mysteries of, certain places. Like I don't know if like Mothman, but it's a good legend. It's a good
yeah,
legend.
you have to go. I had not this Sunday because this Sunday we did like paranormal experiences, people telling their what paranormal experiences they had. But the week before, I did a great one called what was it, the Red Devil or the
Oh,
Arizona Devil, and it was supposedly an urban legend because nobody really believed the woman until
mm,
basically it kind of was all true what she said. She just kind of got it a little wrong. And
yeah, yeah.
so it was like one of those like, wait, that she was right. That's what, you know,
Well, as you
like I said,
know,
almost
most yeah,
straight
most of
on,
them have
you know.
like a little bit of truth to them. They just kind of like fluster them out, make them more,
Yeah.
but
Well,
yeah,
because it depends on the situation, right? She couldn't see from the distance, the sun. This is what she saw. That's what she told everybody. Nobody else knew what the heck it was. Then other people started, seeing it, but because it was not up close, oh yeah, she's right, and then it's
Yeah.
turned into the whole. And then when it really was determined what it was, everybody was like, oh, but
Yeah.
but it was true, these things were happening. It wasn't
Yeah.
um not true. So I feel like all of these kind of legends, something led to it.
Yes.
It wasn't just like, made up, because they just tell you, hey, like, look at this great story. It's made up,
Yeah.
you
But
know, and they'd sell a
yes.
bestseller or something. They wouldn't like just make it up to tell the neighbor. I mean, sometimes, parents would make up the stories and tell the kids, like, if you don't go to sleep by midnight, the
Uh-huh.
boogeyman's gonna get you.
And that's a lot of the legends were to, get kids to either go to sleep or don't go too far into the woods, don't go too far, by that water. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
trying to get kids to kind of scare them a little bit.
yeah. But usually, besides the go to bed part, because they don't want to be bothered with you, there's a reason why they don't want you to go into the woods, why they don't want you to go
Exactly.
with strangers, why there's a
Yes.
reason, because shit happens.
Yes. So that was the way of, protecting them
Yeah, protecting
and
them so they tell this more scary story.
yes, yes.
Um, and sometimes the urban legends, like people hear the urban legends and then they copy them, like when you have a copycat killer and stuff,
Yeah.
like sometimes, and that's what I say about the spirits too. Um, yes, scare children to complain about the cryptids too. Like sometimes I think that people are so like they put into existence something, right? And everybody gets scared of it, like,
Yep.
Skinwalker or Bigfoot or
Yes.
what, and then a spirit, you know, goes, oh, they're scared of that, I'm gonna look like that, because it's already in everybody's head. So when you see something like it, you're like, oh my God, yeah, that's real. Oh my God, it's the Skinwalker.
Yes.
But, you know,
Well, I grew
um,
up with mother. She said, "Stay away from tarot. Do not go near tarot. Do not go near Ouija boards." It was a big thing. Yeah. So I was so deathly scared of tarot decks and Ouija boards. And then once she, a couple of years after she passed, well, it was like 10 years after she passed, I was finally starting to see like, okay, well, I see all these people, reading these tarot cards or they have these, you know, Ouija boards or whatever, which I don't mess with Ouija boards at all. But I think that if you there can be bad and there can be good with everything. Like if you go in with reading tarot or doing certain things with negative energy, you might get negative. But if you go in with positive energy to read a tarot for somebody, that it doesn't have to be, oh, you're going straight to, where. But she was like, the devil's there, the devil's there. Do not ever go near tarot. And now I'm reading. Not I don't read tarot, but I read all the oracle.
you do oracles, which oracles and tarot are a little different,
Yes.
because the oracles are just daily messages, right?
Yeah.
You're not calling upon anybody to read this message for you. You're going to just give, Um, oh, you shut up, boomer. It- the he always laughs at me because I say um but it's because I'm Greek, and so that's how we say it. Leave me alone. Anyway, we pronounce every letter of the alphabet. I don't care. There's no silent letters in Greek. Anywho. Hey lady, how are you? Um, so yeah, so I think that oracle's totally different than tarot. When you're gonna do do tarot, you're going to tarot, sorry. See, now boomer, you brought it to my attention and you made me screw it up. I was doing so good. When you do tarot um cards, like you're really going deep into something. When you're just doing the oracles or witches runes or something, I don't think you have to go that deep into it.
Yeah, like with the tarot, you're kind of like reaching out to maybe the spirit guides and saying, "Hey, guide this reading." You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. I personally can't read tarot because I have the
I
ADD so
don't know.
bad.
Oh yeah, I've done tarot. I used to read it. That's where I started. Now I'll do everything. Charms, I do runes, I do astrology, dice, numerology. I'm learning it all. Um, but um, yeah, my spirit guides help me with the messages. Otherwise, it would just be like, oh, I'm reading you a card. Anybody could just go to the store, get a deck, shuffle it, and read themselves a card, you
That's
know?
true.
Um,
And I
so
might be. I'm sure I am too. I'm sure when I read my cards,
your
the
your guides are helping you give them the right message because yours was always pretty much spot on. It wasn't like you were just like, I'm gonna just shuffle and
yeah,
just throw out whatever just for fun and shits and giggles. No, your readings were most of the time the cards went with the situation that was going on at that time for people. So it must have been guides helping you.
yes,
Someone told
and
me there's actually an oracle, like a third party, um, that like if they like you, they're busy, but if they like you and your guides, that they'll come when you're reading cards and they'll give you inadvertently, you won't know, messages for people, um, like
I
from their guides, from their loved ones,
yeah,
and this and that through the cards. Someone told me that. I don't know. I haven't met an oracle per se myself. I haven't asked about it, but I thought that was an interesting take on it.
I've never had that happen when I'm reading cards, but I'm sure they still kind of go through with guiding me to the card. Um, but I
Right.
have
You
had
have you had a method to you didn't
yeah,
just shuffle
yeah,
once and pull one out, or you had a method when you felt, I'm sure you had a feeling when the card was for someone.
yeah. I have gotten little like kind of pictures in my head here and there on ideas like just out of the blue. Oh, you should
Right.
do this, you should do that, or for me, it's just crazy. I don't know if it's just ideas popping up or spirit guides, kind of guide me. And people can think I'm
Intuition,
crazy, but
you know.
yeah, it's just yeah,
So I'm gonna
I
grab my
do.
coffee. I made the coffee and I forgot all about it.
And I know, like I always tell this story that I got my first reading from Boomer D, and I felt like that was like a calling to me, like because it was so on point. It was so on point, and it scared me. And I'm like I want to do that. And I went and got the same deck as him, and I just went from there. I feel like that was a kind of like a calling to me. So it's crazy. So I'll always remember that. I haven't been reading so much.
Right.
I
I
think
saw it like one time in 6 months, and of course I missed it. I had, by the time I looked at YouTube, the notification was already 2 hours old. Then I went and I was like, damn it.
yeah, I haven't uh done them. I do want to get back into it. I do. I think it's because so much of my time is on the research and the writing of the
Yeah.
scripts, the narrating, the editing of this channel. This channel is my baby. I do love the oracle reading, and I think I will definitely incorporate that again. Plus, I'm moving, so I've been so busy trying to fix up the house. Yeah, to get it sold. That's going to take a little bit of time. Still so much to do. so I
And
can.
where are you going? Why are you moving? Anything fun
So
moving to
I'm
closer
right
to
now.
the
I'm in
little
Cal. Right now I'm in California, and it's just very, 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 very expensive. So I want to move back east. I was thinking maybe, thinking somewhere around either West Virginia or Tennessee, somewhere out down there. I know it's not going to be like, oh, cheap on the pennies or whatever. I'm not, you know what I mean? I know it's still going to be something, but like
Yeah,
here, what do you call it? Taxes on the house is like almost 4,000 a year, which back there, it's just a lot cheaper for the taxes a year. Here, I tag the vehicles and it's like, 800 every year. Back there, you do it like every 2 years. It's a lot
yeah,
cheaper. So I talked to all my family back there, and they're all like, just come back this way, so that's kind of why I'm leaving. And I just want to get this house fixed up, sold. Anyhow, I've been trying to keep up with the channel and do all that.
yeah.
So I want to keep it going.
Well, maybe when you move and you make your little a little like Cassie room
Yes.
office,
Yeah.
because you have a bigger house and this, because it's gonna be cheaper.
Yes.
You're gonna have one big office for yourself.
Exactly. So I'll be back there and I'll have it'll be the same. I have an office here, but there's really nothing in it because everything's packed. I do have a
Well,
couple of new decks, but everything is pretty much already packed because I have to get it all fixed up. But back there, everything will come out, and yeah, I'll have my office, and then get a different computer, like a new computer, so I can do all my stuff on my house computer, all the editing and narrating. So I'm excited. I'm pretty excited. It's just it takes a little bit of time,
yeah.
but
Now you got to sell your house first in the interim.
yeah. And then I don't know
Are
how long
you
that's
been
gonna
looking
take.
for you've been looking for a place?
Been looking, been looking, and if I find the perfect place, we'll probably go ahead and grab one. And then,
Yeah,
this one can be on the market, which is very scary.
yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it's going to have to sell eventually. So get out of here and, yeah, be back there and it's got to be the perfect, not the perfect, but it's got to be something that I want, that's going to work for me and a couple of the kids. And,
Well,
yeah,
so,
so
find a paranormal investigator. Tell one of your spirit guides, look, scare them. Tell them to come see the house. They'll buy it from you. Don't worry.
yeah, yeah. I think it will. I think hopefully it'll sell. I'm sure it will eventually. But get the heck out of here and back there and start my new journey is what I'm wanting to
Yeah.
do. And then, do more for the channel because I haven't been back there. I can go and see new things and take the channel with me. Say, look at this place, look at this place, look at this, all the history,
Oh, that's
all
what you
the
could do. You could tell a scary story. Like, take your camera, Miss Pretty Girl, fix yourself up, go to the cemetery, set it up you know, set the camera up and tell your spooky story while you're sitting in the cemetery.
yeah, yeah. I think I'll start doing a lot of different things. I want to do the spooky stuff at the
I think that would be
cemeteries.
so cool, like,
Yeah.
to, like, walk telling, like, a spooky story about a cemetery and actually being in the cemetery.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'll travel a little bit to like, Tennessee if I'm not in Tennessee or to Kentucky. I have a lot of family in Kentucky and Tennessee.
Oh, nice.
Um, so I'll be traveling, going to different yeah, great, cemeteries
And then you can
and
see Eddie and Jen, they're in Texas.
over in Texas. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
Eddie
yeah,
and Jen are in Texas.
so yeah, just different things. I've already seen everything around here, so it's like, I don't know. It'd be nice to go somewhere that's different.
Yeah.
Back east. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Then I'll get back into cards. I have been trying to start daily lessons for the tarot. Like it's going to take me a long time to learn tarot. I'm very, very, very slow. And I have the ADD too. So I've just been daily, kind of daily little things, watching different channels, just doing little things on myself to start learning. But
Mm,
maybe eventually I'll learn how to do tarot.
yeah.
I'm a little slow, but you know, just start from the
Well,
bottom.
yeah, my mother Um, Hi, how are you, Phoenix? Um, my mother gave me well, my she didn't give it to me. She let me use her deck one time. That was her deck. When she passed away, I was able to have her deck. But it was like the Witch's Tarot. It was very easy, super easy to understand, super easy to do. Um, and it like always worked. And I was like, this is the best tarot deck
That's
ever,
awesome.
tarot deck ever. Um, Let me see if I could show it to you. Yeah, because of course I don't want to dig for it. I don't take that one out for YouTube because of the fact that it's was my mother's and I
Yeah,
don't read
yeah.
tarot on here. Um, I think it was called the Witch's Deck.
I'm getting
Ah,
so
yeah,
many
the
links.
Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck.
Oh, okay.
This is what it looks like. Gypsy
Oh,
Witch.
okay.
Super, super easy. This is so old school. It's like, I don't know, 50 or 60 years old, but super easy was the best for to have your first one.
That's awesome.
And it basically gives you the instructions. You see, it says with instructions, because back, 50 years ago, they needed that on the bottom. It says with instructions and you literally follow the instructions. The stuff is written on the card. You just have to put it in a certain way, and it's super easy. They give you like different ways you can, set them up to, and then they tell you if this card is next to this card, this is what it means. Like the whole thing, it's super set up for you, super easy. If you want to get into it, I recommend that as your first deck. Hey,
Definitely gonna.
Diane. Hi,
But
Eddie.
hi, everybody. I don't have another phone or anything, so I'm not in chat. And eventually gonna to have something where I can go on, be on a panel and be in chat.
Yeah. Diane says hello. Phoenix said a lot of old school names I see here. Cassie's on the panel. Hello, everyone. Um, Jen said, "Oh yeah, I understand. It will be way cheaper that way. Because it's getting expensive everywhere. But
It is. It is. It's still gonna be, yeah, money, but it's so
yeah,
expensive here. So
yeah. No, I
gonna go
can.
back that way.
It's probably just like New York. New York, I took a walk on Saturday for my live stream to show them around the neighborhood, and we went into 4 supermarkets. And I go, let's see how much eggs are here compared to, eggs are expensive everywhere now because of supposedly,
Mhm, mhm.
them killing but when they saw $18 for 12 eggs, they were like, what the hell?
I always get the 60 eggs, so I think I was
They
paying
don't
up to
even
40.
have eggs here.
Oh,
You can't buy
really? Oh my
eggs here.
gosh, we do. I like buying them at 60 because we eat so much eggs, we bake, we eat everything. But it was like $45 there for a little bit. Now it's back down to 39 for the 60
Yeah.
eggs. But I did find a local lady that's selling eggs, and I think I'm gonna go talk to her. It's like $5 a dozen.
Oh,
So I might go through her.
$5 that's still a lot. Like I
Yeah.
went to the Turkish place. They had the little, I call them mini eggs, but they're small eggs. So, they have the large, the medium. These are the
Mhm.
small eggs. 30 small eggs for 9.99,
Oh,
which was pretty good considering 12 medium eggs were $18 in the supermarket. Um, yeah, because it's really crazy. New York, especially Queens, like they for some reason think people in Queens have money, which is
mm,
not the case, because the houses are expensive, but they don't understand everybody who lives in Queens rents. We're not the owners of the
yeah,
house.
yeah.
The owners of the house have owned these houses from when they bought them for $20,000 way back when. Hi,
Oh, wow.
Duchess. Now the houses are worth $1 million. Now,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, the apartment I'm in, it's a 3-family house. $1.2 million easy for a
Yeah, yeah.
million easy for this. It's brick, you know, it has a whole big backyard. It has the attached garage, the spot in front of the garage, and the spot in front of the house in front of the
Okay.
driveway. Like so it's like, you know, prime, right? But anyway, all the houses here around $1 million in Queens. But like I said, very few people are selling because they're keeping their $1 million house because it'll probably be 2 million in a few years. So
Yeah,
you're not selling
exactly.
yet while they're alive, most of the people who've had it this long. But yeah, Cassie is my absolute favorite narrator. Well, thank you, Duchess of Darkness, for
Oh,
coming
Duchess,
in.
Duchess is amazing. She's amazing. She's one of my
Um,
favorite. She's my favorite.
oh, well, I hope you check out. I have a Sinister Sunday where I tell kind of stories and fun urban legends and stuff too. Not as good as Cassie, but I give like haunted history and fun stuff like that. So if you like that, maybe check out my Sinister Sunday. I also cook, craft, and read tarot on Wednesdays. Thank
I need to sit and watch more of your Sinister
you
Sundays.
so much, Eddie.
Love your Sinister Sundays.
Oh yeah, that we hit over 100 too. This I hit over 100. I think I'm 110.
Wow.
So I got a lot of those too. You're like, I pretty much don't really miss Sunday once in a blue moon, like when it was my daughter's wedding, I didn't do a Sunday or whatever. So, but most of the time I do the Sundays. So I've been doing it a while if I have over 100 of them.
And I'm trying not to think about like the algorithm and stuff. I'm trying to think, okay, I enjoy this. This is why I'm doing it. Just keep enjoying it. Keep doing what you
Yeah.
like. Otherwise, it's going to start, you know, bugging you. It's like, if I don't get
Oh,
this algorithm here, if I don't get this algorithm, it's got to be just do it. Just do what you love. Do it the best way you can and put your everything
yeah.
into it. As long as you're enjoying it. But
That's the whole
mhm.
thing. Like, it took me 6 years to get monetized, and you know, more so, it's just like I was like, I put all this work into it. I'm going to get monetized if it kills me, right? And so finally I did, but like you don't get any money from YouTube, I think I
Mm-mm.
make 100 every 4 months, and then they pay me out on the fifth or some craziness. So it's not like, and mostly it's thank goodness for the members that, because it's not from the ads, it's from the members, and my
Members.
membership from 2.99 to 5.99, so it's not expensive. So it's whatever they picked.
Do you
Let
think you'll
Cass
ever do?
of living here, the cost of living here in San Antonio is a lot cheaper than Cali.
Oh,
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 our former landlord has 2 homes available for rent now. No, she don't want to rent. She want to buy one.
yeah,
She got the
goodbye.
roots here, Cassie. She not
Yeah,
poor like us, where we gotta rent them. She want to buy it.
buy a house back there, and yeah, get all settled. Get these, Dana and the kiddos all settled, so that when if
Yeah,
I, someday, they're gonna be, you know, I
well,
want to
because
make
you're
sure
gonna
they're all
leave them
settled.
the house
Yeah,
way in 100 years when you pass
yeah,
away.
yeah. So someday I'll know that they're okay. Dana says, "Mom, I'm not keeping any of your decks. I'm keeping your first deck, and that's it. They're all going once you go."
Well, you tell
Have
her,
all this.
make one of those. They have these death notebooks, they call them, and
Oh, okay.
the death notebook, and you write your passwords and stuff, and you go, look, you go on my channel, you do a live stream, or do a
Yeah,
little video, say I'm gonna give away mom's deck, pick
yeah.
a number 1 to 10, do like 10 little and start giving them
Yeah.
away to all the
She could do
subscribers.
Well, it's like told her, I'm like, because she don't want to keep them, and she wants to keep the very first one, which was the Archangel Michael, but the rest, yeah, she'll probably do something like that, just do giveaways.
Yeah,
So I'll
just
have like
do give.
I think we have like two something now, and hopefully in 90 years, I'll have a thousand or million. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But she'll have so many. She'll have to like, okay, guys.
Yeah, you'll need a second house.
Yeah. Then my youngest, she's got so many books. She collects books. So
And
she's got
New
all the
York. Yeah, well, that's what she's saying. But she's going near like Tennessee and Kentucky, over near that area. But she'll come visit you, I'm sure.
yeah.
And over there, Mary's in Indiana. My daughter's in Indiana too,
Oh,
and
she.
that's pretty close to Kentucky. And
Yeah, I think, eventually maybe have a certain people that I know and trust. Maybe we could all kind of, maybe get together and just stuff like that.
yeah,
Because I've known,
and
I've known
meet
certain
in the
people.
middle somewhere, or like all meet in a certain spot. Uh,
Yeah, I think it would
like,
be fun.
oh yeah, once you're in the States, because California, like, because my cousin came from Greece, and he's like, oh well, he always sees the car chases in California. He goes, everything's crazy in California. He goes, we can go there. And my aunt and I looked at him. We go, what do you mean we could go there? He's like, it's in New York. We go, no, it's in California. This is New York. That's California. And he's like, oh, like Jersey. So he goes, you could just drive a little bit. And we're like, no, and she goes, how long is it to get there? I go, 8 hours by plane. He goes, what? He goes, like, Greece takes 14. And I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
it's far. United States is big. California is not around the corner from me.
I'm scared to fly.
Oh,
I
me
used to
too.
be, I was already scared. And then, nowadays I'm very scared. I don't want to fly. So if I
I
come
went
back to,
recently, I had to. The first time I went to see my daughter in Indiana, I took the Amtrak 24 hours on Amtrak. That was a killer. Anyway, 24 hours on Amtrak, but this time I didn't, because last time I was just going to visit when she first had the baby. So I didn't have to rush anywhere. It didn't matter when I went, it didn't matter when I came back. So that's why I took the Greyhound, the Amtrak. It wasn't a big deal. But for her wedding, they wanted me they wanted to go a certain day, and because my whole family was going for the wedding reception. So my daughter's like, I don't want to have to go pick up people at the airport 2, 3 times. I want to pick everybody up in one spot. So I had to take the plane with them. Oh, that I was not a happy
oh,
camper, let me tell you. Dying. I took so much, I don't know what it is. Drama means make you like go to sleep.
oh yeah, 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 yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
if I had to fly, I would definitely have to have something to relax me, make me go to sleep. I would have to.
Oh
I'd be
yeah. So
freaking
they're like, it's for motion sickness. I go, yeah, but doesn't it make you go to sleep? And she's like, yeah, this is the drowsy one. I'm like, yeah, give it to me. I'm gonna take two. Four. She's like, you're not supposed to take. I don't know what the hell she told me. I said, all right, I'll take whatever is the most you could take. So I'm out. Like, right?
Yes, just relax. I do. I get a lot of
Virginia,
anxiety.
Ohio, yeah, they're all cheaper than California, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's getting I wish I could take my other daughter with all the grandkids, but she's staying here with her husband. So yeah, she's gotta stay for now. But
Yeah.
me and the other ones we're going.
Yes,
Okay.
that's it. Um, well, if they can still afford it right now and they're doing good, all right. Um, well, one
Yeah,
day they'll get smart too, and they'll be like, no, this is fucking stupid. We're spending all our money. We can't save. We can't go on vacation.
yes.
Screw this shit. We're gonna move over there, and then we're gonna take a vacation to California if we fucking want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Certain time they probably will, but I mean, I'm gonna get back to wherever and hopefully I like it. If I don't like it, I'll be going to the next state.
There you go.
But
Well,
I think I'll like it.
look up, look up because you're in a blue state. This is very important, actually, Cassie. California is a blue state, like New York. Make
Yeah.
sure you move to another blue state. If you move to a red state, you're going to not like it. Okay. So since you're used to
Yeah.
the blue state, you gotta move to another blue state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think where I'm going is I don't think it's a blue.
No,
Um, but like I said, in
because it's
Tennessee,
a big
Kentucky,
shock to the system, believe me, because
I'm
I
scared
went
of
like
culture shock.
even my daughter, Indiana's mixed, so she doesn't mind it. It's actually mixed, half half kind of thing, depending on where you are in the state, because Indiana's pretty big. Like even Indiana, Mary and my daughter both live in Indiana, but they're 4 hours away from each other. One's on one side,
Um,
one's on the other. So depending on what part is, if it's more red or blue or whatever. But yeah, but when she went to like um south and she was like, no, these people are crazy. I'm like, well, what do you expect? You went from a blue state to these people are really red. I mean, red. That's why they're all carrying guns. They told her, no, here's a
oh
gun.
no.
They got her like a big gun. She was like, why are you giving
Well,
me a gun? Like, it's just a little nutty.
well,
Um,
I'm
so
moving to West Virginia, so it's probably going to be. I'm gonna be, I don't
you tried, yeah.
know. I'm scared, but no, I'm going to go out that way.
Yeah, she didn't like it, and she left there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Yep. I don't know. She was there 4 months, and she was like, "No, I can't do this." I told her, I told you to move. I told you before you move to go there and stay there a month, and then move. She's like, "No, but we went, a week." I go, "You can't tell in a week. No, you really can't. You know, you have to go stay for a month." And decide if you want to live there. You can't just go, yeah, I'm going there, never been there in your life, and then think.
I know. I'm scared. I've never been like I've been to like Kentucky, Tennessee. I've been there, but
Yeah.
I was just never like I've never like
Well, you said
lived
your
there.
family's in Kentucky, so you know Kentucky,
Yeah,
right?
I know Kentucky. I know parts of a lot of parts of Tennessee. I've been back there seeing family, hanging out with family, and but of course that's been like 30 years. Like I was
Yeah.
young. Now this is before Deanna was born, right before Deanna was born, and she's 30 now. Well, 27.
Oh, yes,
But
it's
yeah,
been a while.
so it has been a while. But I
Yeah.
want to try something different. Definitely want to try something different. So going back east and gonna give it a try. If I don't like that part, I can go to a different part. Just kind of keep, you know, it's just really, it's just a lot of, a lot of things in California that it's just too hard for me.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'm gonna try back east, and I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm scared though because there's culture shock. It's different
That's
from
why
back.
I said try to
Yeah.
lighten the load with going to, something
Yeah.
that's kind of like you where you are.
Yes. Yeah. But it would be more scarier, I think, going from back there to California. I'm from California, but I don't know. So, but I'll have my kids, so that'll help and I see how it goes. Um,
Well, you're gonna
and
you're gonna have to ask some of the people here, like Diane. Diane's from Idaho, and
okay.
Eddie and Jen are from Texas. Kelly's from Minnesota. Yeah, we got everybody here. Regina, where are you in? Where are you again? Geez, Regina might be in. Tell me where you are again. Yeah, we got people everywhere. See, so
Yeah.
you gotta take a poll and have them
Right?
each write you an essay about why you should move to their state. Michigan,
Yeah.
there you go. Regina's in Michigan. Yeah. So see, we got everybody.
Yeah. And then there's just certain people that I've seen on, Facebook and Instagram and everything from
Yeah.
West Virginia, a certain part of West Virginia that I liked. I'm
I
like,
went to rest. I went to. I went to what? I went to. No, I should say I went to Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond, Virginia.
Because my grandfather, my biological grandfather, lived there with his new wife and kids, and I went with my mother. That's her biological father, and we went. It was gorgeous. We went to Virginia Beach. We went to Richmond, Virginia. Now he
Oh,
lives in Mechanicsville.
hmm,
Um, no, it's very nice. Then you can come
okay.
see me pretty fast.
That's awesome.
Oh, see, you got yeah. So yeah, but right now you're in Texas, so raised in Ohio. That's the cheapest state ever. Yeah.
I have family in Ohio, a little bit of family in Ohio. I don't know which part of Ohio, but yes, I have family in Ohio. I have family everywhere, pretty much.
Yeah.
But yeah, um,
Yeah, Virginia, you'll be pretty close to me, but Virginia to New York, we did Virginia to New York in 7 hours
oh,
from Richmond to um Queens. It was 7 hours, yeah.
and it's so pretty back there. It's so pretty back in Virginia and West, I think West Virginia, but
Oh, you know where else they told me is super, super cheap, but I don't know. I mean, they say they like it, but I don't know. It's kind of country. But Maine, they said it's so cheap.
oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm,
I'm just looking to get more for my, you know, just get more
more
out there.
bang for your buck.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Get a big Victorian house with a goddamn pool and some land. Yeah.
Here it's like a, let's say one, two, three bedrooms, but it has like this big, huge den that we use for another bedroom. So it's like a 4 bedroom. Uh, I think it's a half an acre, I
Mm.
think. But it's like 300,000. But back there in West Virginia, I could get something a little bit bigger for like the same price.
Oh, yeah.
So just kind of want to do that. And then,
Oh,
something
yeah.
different.
Even in PA, you could probably get a damn farm for that price.
Yeah. So,
You know?
yeah. So I want to do that and gonna upgrade on a couple of different little things because it's going to be for little things I'm going to have for the rest of my life. Because I'm 50, almost 50. So pretty
You and me
excited.
both. My friend is like already planning her 50th birthday is in October. Now she's like I'm a year younger than she is, right? So she's like, "Well, soon we'll have yours." I go, "No. I'm never gonna be 50." I go, "I don't know what you're telling me now, but I'm never gonna be 50, okay? You can be 50 all you want,
I used to
but
kind of think that. I used to be like that really bad, but now I'm like, if I can, make it up to the 50s and stuff, I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna celebrate. I'm gonna love it. I don't know.
no,
I
no.
think the deal.
I tell everybody, I'm 40 plus some, but I am not I'm
Nobody.
not gonna have no birthday. I'm not celebrating being old. I'm going to just do it quietly. Nobody has to tell me how old I am. I don't want to know none of it. I
But
really
yeah,
don't. Um, and I look good for my age, so I don't worry about it. But the thing is, when you hear your age, you get
yeah.
depressed. And I'm like, no, that's not what I want to do. Don't tell me how old I am. Let me think how old I want to be, and that's how old I'm gonna be because it's
Yeah,
like mind over matter, right?
yeah, yeah.
So you know, I'm very like I went to the doctor. He asked me my age. I told him 36, and I don't know, at the time 40 something. And he goes, I have your birth date here. And I'm like, so why the fuck are you asking me? And he's like, well, I don't listen to me. I don't know. I don't have a calculator. He's like, well, when were you born? I'm like, I'm not doing math. You're not telling me how old I am. And he's like, well, I'm 75. I don't give a fuck how old you are. I told him. You have to live with that. I fucking don't. He's like, I just want to make sure it's you. And I'm like, I'll give you my social. Here's my driver's license. Don't I look the same? Like, what do you want from me? And he was like, oh my God.
No,
I'm
it's
like,
going
leave
by
me alone
fast.
with the age, you know?
We're only as old as we feel. So I feel old, but
Right. Well, that's what I said. So I said, if I keep thinking like I'm 36, it makes me feel like I'm 36, you know? If I start saying that I'm 50, I'm gonna start feeling 50. I don't want to feel 50 yet because I'm not there yet, you know? I don't want to feel that way yet. So
I'm getting that way too, though. I'm putting all this lotion on my face and on my everywhere. Like, oh, lotion, 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 lotion. I'm so
yeah,
worried. And
like
yeah.
so she said like my mom pays 800 a month for a 3 bedroom, 1 bath with an attic that is huge and with a basement. And she's in, where is she? You said she's in Ohio, right? Hmm.
That's nice. You have to pay a lot of money out here for a 3 bedroom.
I don't care. I'm gonna be 52 in June. God bless you. Um, but yeah, so I don't do the math on my age. It was like my aunt. My aunt said she kept saying she was 63. I don't care because I know. I
Yeah,
don't give a
yeah.
shit how old you are. You want to be 63? Be 63. Her son told her her age. And all of a sudden, she's like, I can't bend. I'm old. My legs hurt. I go, what the fuck?
Yes.
Come on. From one day to another, she's like, well, I'm going to be 70. I said, shut up. You're 63, you know? And
Yeah.
that's what happens sometimes. It's, you get like, oh, fuck, I'm this old. I'm not, I better be careful. I might break a hip. You can't. That's why I'm like, no, I'll be 36. Maybe I'll change to 42 one day. But, like, when I'm 80, my grandmother was 83. She was telling everybody she was 63. She,
There you go.
you know, how old are you? 63. Now, once you hit 90 and you're still alive, like my grandmother, now she tells everybody, I'm 96.
Oh,
Yeah. Everybody's like, yeah, because, wow, 96 because she's still alive and she has her mind, so people are like, oh, yeah. So after 90, I might tell people how old I am
right.
until no.
It's
But
just
before she turned 90, she always told people she was 63. So,
I'll probably do that too if I, get old. I feel old. And I'm only what, 47.
yeah. So that's the whole thing. So Jen's mom lives in Ohio. Yes, my mom lives in Ohio. Oh, just down the street from Pro Football Hall of Fame. Nice.
I
Try to
say
make the best of it. Yeah, try it.
yes.
But see, if you didn't count and you could be whatever age you want to be, like, my mother used to do that too. My mother, see, my best friend, like I said, I'm a year younger than her. My mother's best friend and her were born the same year, just a few months apart. So, so my mother was saying something. She's like, "Oh yeah, I'm 46," and my mother's friend was like, "Yeah, how'd you get younger than I am?" And my mother's like, "What?" And her friend's like, "We're the same age. How'd you get younger than I am?" And she's like, "No, that's how old we are." And when my mother's friend, like my dumb friend, told her age, she was depressed for months. And I was like, no. I told my friend, don't you dare mention how old you are. And then she sends me a text now. Her birthday's in October. October 18th, I'm gonna have my 50th birthday. Why the fuck you texting me that? All the way now in, we're only a few months from October just passed, for damn sake. Like, it pissed me off.
I know. It's like, why do we have to have a number? Just have fun. Have fun and I get it. I get
Well,
it.
right. And I think of it this way, probably we're really not that old. That's your you know time time runs different. here than anywhere else, I think. But also, because of the clocks changing back and forth and all this stuff, I'd say we're probably younger than what they think we are anyway, because all those days and hours that they've been putting on for years.
I think I definitely
There you
act.
go.
I act
I
way
look
younger. I
at
act like I'm in my
acting
20s.
young and shock the shit out of people when they find out how old I am. Someone guessed 38 a few weeks ago. I don't know what kind of 38-year-olds they're hanging out with. There you go. Well,
And
that's the
things
whole thing.
change because when we were like kids, people like 50s, we were like they're so old. Look at, they had their, they looked different. They looked, I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
Like the
no, it's true.
golden.
Like my friend who's gonna be 50, she has all these gray hairs and everything. And I said we're a year apart. I don't have any gray hair. I'm knocking on wood. Sorry, that was me. Um, so um, so sometimes it just depends, and so it makes her look older. Like if she doesn't dye her hair, like I don't have to dye my hair if I like the brown. I like it darker, so I usually do a black, but I don't have to because I don't have any grays. So
And you're lucky because usually people with black hair get the gray early. Knock on wood.
yeah. Well, my natural hair color is light brown,
Oh, okay,
uh,
okay.
but it makes me look like drowned out for some reason. Like it doesn't go with me. My whole family has black hair,
Oh,
and my
okay.
mom had black hair, and she also didn't start getting any grays until after she turned 50. So I figured my family just grazed later in life, maybe. I don't know, but that's the whole thing. Like when you start graying early,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
makes you look older.
I have one,
So,
knock on wood, I have one gray hair that I've had for like 4 years, I think. When I first got it and I saw it in the mirror, I cried and cried and why did I cry? Why did I cry? And then everybody else was like, "Well, I've had gray hair since I was like 17. Why are you crying?" I'm
yeah,
like, "Oh, I don't know. No, it's scary, and I
yeah.
don't know
Well,
why."
and now they made gray hair dye, and everybody young is dyeing their hair gray. I'm
Yes.
like, what's wrong with you?
Yes, it's like a thing.
uh, it will happen soon enough. Just wait.
I don't know, I don't know how I feel about my hair going my red hair going away. Well, kind of red, kind of auburn,
Yeah,
and then getting the gray, but I guess it happens.
it happens. Yeah, but no, it's true. It's just people just back then. I think too, it was just
The style?
like my grandparents went through the depression, and all this stuff. And I just think that made them look older faster,
That's true, you're right.
um, you know, than people start looking now. So, plus they didn't have all these products and everything to help them, I guess, either. Lucky they could buy spaghetti.
Yeah,
Never mind the cream to put on their face. So, I think
that's
that had a
true.
lot to do with it too.
My mom would have been 70 if she was still
I'm
alive. She would have
probably
been
the oldest
7.
in chat, excluding the spirits. Yes. I don't know if you're the oldest, but you know.
Aw.
So what about Cassie? How did you I know you've been interested in the paranormal for a long time. What drew you in? Did you have an experience?
I've always been fascinated, I've always been fascinated, but I've always had a sensitivity, and I'm not gonna say, "Oh, I'm psychic," because 'cause I'm not, but I think I've always
Mhm.
had, like, this sensitivity to where, I would see little things when I was really young, like, I saw little spirits in my grandma's place, but every time we would move to, like, a house, I would sense things and like have these dreams and about something on the property. I would sense things. I could never I couldn't see them after a certain time, but I can still feel. I could feel
Right.
like something's here. To my mom, something is here, mom. Something's here with us that's not human, like it's spirits. So I wouldn't call it like not I wouldn't I don't know. I couldn't see them, but I could feel them. And then I've always just kind of liked like when I watched like Poltergeist when I was really little, just stuff like that. I've always been so interested in the paranormal. It's like a mystery.
Yeah.
It's like this big mystery. So that yeah, I guess I've just kind of always kind of been around it and yeah. And then I think when I got um about 7, 8 years ago, Dana introduced me to YouTube, and she's like, "Yeah, people can have their own channels. It's not just for music, mom. Look at this." So she made us a channel, and we started like, "Oh, let's go investigate like everybody else is kind of doing, and see what we can find." And it kind of just took off more from there.
Mhm.
So yeah, just it's so mysterious.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, definitely kind of had that sensitivity. I take medication now, and for like 30 years now, and I think that kind of gets in the way, but I can still feel things, but just not as strong. I don't have
Right.
as many dreams. So the medication really helps from, yeah, kind of, I don't know if it closes me up or what, but so it's not as strong, which is fine because I have to have my meds. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's just, I would love to be able to be able to talk to the ones that have, passed. I would love that. But
Huh. Well, it's
everybody
not
tells
all
me, "No,
packed up
no, no."
duty. No, I was doing crossovers and it was hard because I couldn't I needed devices and stuff. And I really
Mhm,
sat with my spirit guides and I'm like, "Hey, this is more difficult this way, and started working more and more with them. So now, if I get a paper and a pen and I say, okay, talk to me slowly and I'm gonna write down what you say, and they'll start talking. And if they're going fast, I go slow down and I write down what they say, and then I can read you what the spirit guide said, um, what message they wanted to give you. Um, which is what I've been doing on Wednesdays now, try to give not only like a card or two, but also a message from a guide. Um, but it gives you like a whole headache, your ears are tingling, you get very tired. After I do my crossovers, I talk to like 50 people, like maybe I kind of maybe have time to talk to 15 or 20 of them before we cross them. Um, I cross about 500 and I do this 4 days a week. So, um, yeah, it gets to the point, and I mean, sometimes they're relentless, and I don't wanna talk to them at that moment, like, sometimes you'd go insane if you could just talk to them, all day and didn't have any, like, quiet time in your head for yourself. So, it would be like, sometimes they're just relentless, and I'll just be like, "What do you want?" All of a sudden, like, I mean, one time I was with my sister, and this guy was driving me crazy, and I'm like, "I'm sorry." And I'm like, "What the fuck do you want?" Like, and it must have took him by surprise, but he's like, "I just wanted to know if you cross people over." I'm like, "Yeah, didn't you ask the guides? Like, don't you see I'm
mhm.
with someone?" My sister told my daughter, they called adult social services on me. They
Oh
thought I was
god.
crazy. Yeah, this is what happens when you can hear them all the time because it will drive you crazy. um, but now I try when I'm with my family, I don't care that even if my ear's twisting, I'll go into the bathroom and I'll be like, tell that guy to shut the fuck up. Because like I'm gonna kill him when we get home. Like, even though he's already dead, but he's driving me crazy. Because my ear, like, if I don't answer them, um, they get like adamant, they go in my ear and like yell in my ear, and my eardrum will twist inside my ear. It feels like my eardrum is twisting and spinning. It drives me insane. So, um, yeah, I don't
So would
like.
you, if you could make a choice, would you not have it? Like, the abilities, or do you love having the abilities, or I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
No, I love talking to the babies. I just wish there was, um, I kind of
you
wish
wish you could turn
that
it off.
I wish that I could see them with the hearing, because I think then I could kind of gauge it more to where if I saw him, I'd be like, "Oh, what do you want? Crossover? Okay, fine, wait."
Mm.
Instead of them having to scream in my ear if I don't realize they're there, or some of them don't speak English, some of them are not on the same frequency as me. So all of a sudden, when my ear starts twisting, I'm like, what? Who are you? What do you want? Like, then I gotta ask my guides, what is he saying? Because obviously I don't understand him. Like, I mean, some people try to speak to me, they're speaking Spanish. I don't know what the fuck they're saying, like,
Yeah.
And so I just wish if I had the like I could kind of see them, and even if it was like in the third eye. I mean, if they send a picture to me in my third eye, I could see it, but they have to know how to do that too. Like,
Yeah.
so it's kind of catch 22. So if I had the seeing with it, I think it would be easier, because then I'd be like, oh, okay, like, um, just hang out and wait instead of them trying to scream in my ear, So, and then there's the once, I don't mind because I do crossovers and stuff, and right now I'm not working, but like, then you have the thing where now one spirit tells another spirit, hey, this one can talk to you. All of a sudden, you have 50 in your house wanting to talk to you.
Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
never
Like the
ending process.
cats.
So, yeah, so you have to really have a lot of time to devote to it if you want to do it. And that's how it gets stronger and stronger and stronger too, right? Because even a year ago, I couldn't hear them like I hear them now. But it's because now we've been practicing. I've been, you know, trying to
Yeah.
really listen and understand. And if I can't, I'm like, okay, I don't understand you. Maybe is he speaking English? And if they tell me, yeah, he's speaking English, I go, okay, he has to talk slower or change his frequency. Let's see if I could hear him, like, um, still, even one of the spirits I have here, Jack, like, sometimes I'll hear him, but a lot of times he talks, we're just on a different frequency. So I don't always hear him, and he'll tap me on the head and I'm like, Jack, what? you know, like, to kind of get my attention, to be like, hey, I'm trying to tell you something, like,
So also my question is like, why do some of them stay, not stay, I don't think they stay, but you know how you can feel like the spirits at the cemetery? Like do they always, like, do they like
so
just visit their bodies, or
a lot of people ask me, so why don't they just cross over? So, like, even like, for example, I call him the neighbor's ghost. His name is Addison. Addison passed away, and he didn't go to his light. He missed it because he said, no, I'm going to stay and I'm going to go when my wife goes.
okay.
And he's been sitting there waiting for his wife. And at one point, she was sick and he was really like off the wall. And I was like, so, like, one day I asked him, how's your wife, Addison? Like, you're still here, so she must be getting better. And he's like, yeah, she's getting better. I'm like, okay, they'll wait. Sometimes they don't want to go without their second half, without, they
That
want
makes
to stay
sense. Yeah.
thinking they can only watch their kids from here, because that's the unknown to them, right? Children will stay because they don't know what the heck else. Nobody
Yeah.
told them about death, especially the little ones. They don't know what this light is. They're not following anybody. They're following who they know, and they don't want to know anything else about it. Um, so that's how a lot of people get like stuck, because then, like, they don't they don't know then how to cross after that, like, because after your light goes,
Yeah.
you know. Um, what do you do? Like, um, so then, and that's where people like me come in to try to help them um, to cross. And like, so people will ask me like, oh, you're a psychic. And I'm like, no. I go, I don't know anything unless the spirits tell me. So if I had to say what I was, I would say a spirit medium because the spirits tell me something and that's how I know it and that's how I can relay it. I don't know it off the top of my head. They tell me. Um, so like what the definition of a spirit medium would be, I guess that would be what I am, but I also do crossovers, which most mediums won't do, um, for whatever reason or can't do.
Yeah.
Um, Not everybody can do it, you have to have an understanding with the spirits and have like just imagine
Yeah.
anybody I'm gonna cross you, boom, and cross somebody and against their will. It's not everybody has the even me. I don't I mean I probably could if I had to cross somebody without them wanting to go, but I would never. I always tell them, make sure
Yeah.
you're ready. We're gonna do this now. Is everybody ready? Whoever's not ready, tell them right now. And you could come back, tomorrow, the next day when we do it. But it's fast once we do it. So you don't have that time to like so decide now. It's like a
Yeah.
disclosure. I'd say it before every crossover because I don't force anybody. God gave people free will. It exists after you die too. It's your will to either cross over, not cross over, stay here, not, that's why like my aunt was like, well, don't they come looking for you? I go, who's coming to look for you? God's gonna come down and be like, why didn't you cross over? Gave you free will. You can do whatever you want. Um, but most people after they're here for a while, after they're deceased, is like, no, I gotta go. Because like besides other spirits you run into, right? There's what are you doing here? What is
Yeah.
there to do here? Some people some people will be like, hey, I want to be a spirit guide. And then but you have to go upstairs for that, then cross over, learn, and then come back as a spirit guide. So if you don't cross, you're basically just wandering the earth. Don't have a specific reason to be here unless you're waiting for somebody. So that gets boring fast, so a lot of them then are like, hey, I need to cross. Yeah, no problem. So that's why most people stay, mostly for loved ones or from the fear of the unknown. The bad ones won't cross because they have it in their head. Then they're gonna, depending on how you were raised, think they're gonna go to hell, and hell's this crazy,
Yeah.
inferno of burning, and they have these crazy thoughts, of things, and they don't want to cross because of that. Um, But even they get tired once, and be like, yeah, I killed somebody, but I can't stay here anymore. Okay. You know, um, you know.
Yeah, because I even feel like spirits come and go here in the house. Like I don't know who they are, but they're not always here.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Well, and spirits that are crossed, like my mother crossed over right away, but she comes back and forth to visit sometimes. One time she was like, "You're giving them wine. You're not going to make your
yeah.
mother coffee." I was like, "Oh." And I turned around and I made coffee. One time, Mary's mother came here to give her a message. And she's yelling and stamping on my kitchen floor. And I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
But she's not here all the time. She just came to say something to Mary, then she's off. She's off again. I'm
So,
talking to the crossover option, adventures on the other side. Yes. Um, so people they'll go back and forth to check on their loved ones, and all that stuff. And some spirits, they just walk into and around people's houses because, hey, if this person sees me, maybe they can help me, right? Um, so that will happen a lot too. Do you know how many spirits hang out in the supermarkets? It's scary.
I wonder
Scary.
why. Mr. Chris, because
There's
like,
so many in the supermarket, and my aunts, all these people bring home spirits from where'd you come from? The supermarket. I'm like, what? Can I ask you this? Why are you all at the supermarket? He goes, that's where the most people go. Everybody goes to the supermarket at one point, right? So they go hoping somebody will see them, talk to them, help them, you know? I don't know where else to go. There's tons in the supermarket.
I
Tons.
had a I had a moment at this hospital, right over here. I was over there visiting with my aunt because she was passing away, but I was walking, trying to get out of there to go home for the night, and I was supposed to meet Deanna in the lobby. So she was walking from the lobby over from the elevator. I was walking from the elevator down here over to go to the lobby, but you have this like little angle. But at the little angle, I just stopped and I'm like, I got so cold, so cold. I could feel it. And then of course comes up and she's like, like, I'm like, Dana, right there, that's the morgue. That's the morgue here. And she had worked there for volunteer work. And she's like, yeah, how'd you know that? I could feel it, Dee. That's the morgue. I could totally
Yeah.
feel it. But I couldn't like see anything. I couldn't hear anything. But you know how I don't know, you would definitely gotta know. It was like you have that feeling, like that cold
Oh
feeling,
yeah,
like
you have
the
and
spirits are right there.
you have the intuition, and I think that's just your guides giving you like a
But the thing
thought,
is
and
they're
then you're like, oh shit,
yeah.
yeah, you know.
But the thing is they're all over the hospital. So I don't know why I got so cold right there by the morgue. Like I got that feeling like, okay, right there.
Well, yeah, they walk around the hospital, of course, but because they're staying for loved ones too, like make sure, oh, my loved one's in the hospital. I'm going to stay there, see, how they're doing. If they're
Yeah,
going, I'm going to wait for them. I'm take them to the other side or whatever. But the morgue, the people just died, you know? It's not
that's
like
true.
they've had time to think about it. So they're probably the most confused and upset. So you'll feel their energy way more than just
I
somebody
felt
who's
that
there visiting
energy.
a loved one or who's been there a long time who already knows they're dead. And, you know, the
It
ones that
was,
just
yeah,
die are they have strong, like the feelings are stronger than,
okay, yeah.
you
That
know.
makes sense. That makes total sense of why I felt that cold, not like cold, but like, oh, I could just feel the energy. I could feel the energy. Like, okay, that's it right there. That's it, Deanna. And she's like, yeah, that's it. That's, 'cause she used to work and have to go over there, but that's so crazy. It's so crazy that I felt it.
Yeah.
And I was just so shivering. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go.
I'm done. We're not
Yeah.
walking down this hallway again.
Yeah.
I'm walking the long way around next time.
I've never went by, yeah, that part again, but I mean, not that anything would hurt me. It was just this feeling of a, I don't know how do you would even explain it? How, like, how do you know? How do you know, like,
There
that
you go,
feeling?
Kelly's like, I brought someone home and I didn't know it until you told me. All I knew was that I felt like shit until you took him. Right. And once he came here and I crossed him, she was fine. They want to go and they don't know how, they think, oh, spiritual people carry a different kind of, they carry themselves, like the spirits can kind of tell,
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so they'll try, or maybe your spirit guide would be like, hey, like my son's spirit guide, they know I cross people over. They know I do it. They're just in the room next to me, right? They're always with him, his spirit guide. Like, where'd you come from? They're like, oh, Amanda. I'm like, oh, Jonathan, spirit guide. I'm like, so what? It's like a parade. Like, they'll be like, hey, you need to cross over. I know somebody. Come with me. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, but that's what they
Yeah.
do. And especially your guys, spirit guides bring me a lot, like not Cassie, not yours in general. But a lot of them will like, oh, Martin brought me. Oh, Lou brought me. Oh, I came with that wolf, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They'll bring them because they don't know what else to do with them. Maybe, Scott's very sensitive. So if there's too much energy in the house, Scott will go crazy. Yeah, Martin just drops them off over here. It's fine. No, I'll cross them. But it's like, um, so that's what happens. And it's like the spirits are just looking for someone to help them. And they're gonna, try anything they can, to get
And
that help. So
that's the question too, is are you afraid to, not afraid, but like, are you like, okay, I want to go over to the cemetery and check it out, but I know that I'm going to have so many trying to talk to me. I'm going to have so many probably trying to go home with me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is
yeah,
that how?
well, now now we have a thing going. Now the cemetery guardians, because every guardian has every cemetery has a guardian who looks over the cemetery. A guardian is the spirit
Okay.
that watches over the cemetery. The guardian over at St. Michael's over there, where my mother and my uncle are buried, um, and my great uncle, he knows me now because I went there one time and I told the spirits, "Oh, hey, I do crossovers." Big mistake that was, anyway. Um, but right before I said that, and I was trying to talk to my great uncle because I never met him. He died in the '60s from cancer. I was talking to him. I'm like, "Hey, I'm so and so's granddaughter, blah blah blah." Great granddaughter, and I'm talking to him, and I had turned on the spirit box, see if I got anything that I couldn't, hear outright, because when you're out and there's so many, it's hard to hear, right? So I
Okay.
put
Yeah.
the spirit box on, it's a little easier, right? So I put the spirit box on, and the guy next to him, who was buried next to him, in Greek, told me to go to hell.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, "Oh, you're cranky." I go, "Do you want to cross over?" Him and his wife came to cross over then,
Oh,
like they thought, I guess, I was just bothering that,
yeah.
but when they know then I can help them, then they're like, "Oh, wait." But now anyway, so now they know me. So I have a lot that come and go, "Oh, the guardian from the cemetery sent me. It's okay. I need to cross over." I go, "Yeah, we do that tomorrow at this time." So yeah, wait
Yeah. I love
outside,
that. Yeah.
come back, or whatever, like, not a big deal. Um, but so the guardians from the cemeteries will send a lot of them. Um, because I know another guardian over there, Jack, he'll send some people. And that one who's in St. Michael's, his name is Michael. But yeah, so it's funny too because the spirits rather cross, because they're human spirits. They rather cross with a human because it's more like, I don't know, we understand them. They don't want to be forced to go with like a gatekeeper, because there are spirit gatekeepers, but they were never human. Their job is just to cross over um people, like, and so
Yeah.
those gatekeepers will go to like the cemetery every month to see if there's anybody to cross over. But because I get so many from there, I'm like, "Hey, why didn't you just cross over with the cemetery, gatekeeper when he comes?" And they're like, "No." And then they make you go, and it's not nice. And I'm like, "Oh, I gotcha." Like, I give coffee to them, and offering, like, I put out orange slices and coffee, or cookies and coffee. I put some music on, I'll talk to them a little, and then we do our crossing. So they feel more comfortable.
Oh, there you go.
We had a special guest with us, and she used her ghost box, and she got the same replies. Oh, no reason for me to feel bad. And I couldn't get up off the couch. Right. It's right. And I didn't know you were sick. I just told you, "Hey, you brought," because your spirit guide said, "Yeah, she got somebody from and it's not an attachment. It's just that they're hanging out in your house because they want you to help them. They didn't attach to you. They're just hanging out and trying to talk to you and probably getting agitated, and that's why you get that feeling like you're sick, or because that's the way the spirit's feeling. Like I do the readings, Cassie, and like Diane's spirit came the other day, and Diane was feeling a little off that day, and I could tell because as the spirit guide was telling me her message, I started crying, and I'm like,
Oh,
oh, Diane's not in a good mood, you know, or like she's feeling sad or something, because I could tell because everybody's spirit guides carries their energy with them. So your spirit guide, if you're in a really good mood, would come in a really good mood. Like, if you're like in this kind of mood, ugh, then the
I'm so
spirit guide
afraid that I'm
comes
gonna
and
be
they're
that
like,
way.
whatever, pick whatever card you want. And I could kind of tell what mood you guys are in, depending on what the spirit guide's mood is. Um, Sometimes it's so strong. So yeah, so that's why you'll get sick sometimes, because that spirit is like sick of trying to get someone to help him or whatever, and that's why you feel that way. Hey Tiggs, how are you? That's what get the name Grim Reapers from, the spirits that come when you are about to pass. Take this right. Yeah, well now I don't know that they have, there's so many more people now in the world. They don't um exactly have that anymore. They open a light. There's a guardian of the light that stands there and is like, come on, let's go. If you don't want to go, they keep it open as long as they can. And then they're like, okay, got to go to the next one, 'cause you only have so many, right?
Yeah.
People,
Mhm.
uh, death can't be everywhere at one time, no matter how he's a spirit, right?
Mhm.
You can't be everywhere at one time. It's impossible. So, they have these guardians of the lights, I call them. But or they'll have like my father's mother, my grandmother wanted to cross my mother, so when my mother passed, she went in the light and goes, hey, come on. And she, there was still a guardian just to watch the light, but once they went through, he closed it. But so sometimes there'll be a loved one that coaxes you through the to the, come on with me, it's okay, it's cool, you know
Yeah.
but some people don't have that. Then they're not that close to anybody who's crossed for them to go, who the hell are you, I'm not going with you, like,
Yeah.
unless you have somebody who's really was close to you, you might not go with them, so that's what happened.
Aw.
but, but I have 100 here at any given time.
Oh.
So I'm super used to the energy now, um, because I have my little safe haven going on. We have a kiddo safe haven here. Any spirits, now I have a few older ones in their 20s, but most of the time, if they're like over 25, um, see, because the reason why I say I keep it like at 25 is because, like, in the a 25-year-old from now is different than a 25-year-old was in, let's say, 1920. So like 25 1920s, there is really different than a 25-year-old who died now.
Yeah.
So what I do is, like, if they're not ready to go, they can't stay. I send them over to the Grove, or I'm like, hang out outside. You can't stay in the house, because it's weird, because I have all these kids. I feel like, no.
Mhm.
Um, eh, but it's a kiddo safe haven. So any kiddos that aren't ready to cross over yet, who just need some place to stay, because they can't be running around. There's so many bad things out there, spirit wise, bad spirits. And this is just even bad people spirits, because just like there's
Mhm.
bad perverty spirits, just like they were in
Mhm.
life, they're in death, and they go after the kids' spirits. So we have our safe haven for the kiddos here. So all kiddos get to stay here,
Yeah.
watch movies. I have toys for them, so that's why I have about 100. They're
Oh,
not ready to cross yet, or they're waiting for, family. Hey, Debbie, before they go. So until then, they stay here. They play with toys. I put on cartoons and movies. My aunt's like, sometimes I have random movies playing. My aunt's like, "What's that?" I go, "Oh, that's the movie." She goes, "Oh, you were watching something?" I go, "No, not me. The kiddos." And she's like, "Oh, you're the only one who plays movies just for the kids." I go, "Yeah, I don't watch."
I, I, I think I had. I don't know.
Oh,
I
wow,
lived.
the last words. I bet you, Kelly.
I lived in a trailer in Reading one time, and whenever Dana was little, and I think I had Megan, or maybe I was pregnant with Megan. But anyways, um, every morning about around 3, I think it was 3. I don't know. Anyways, the little potty chair in the bathroom, at the same time every morning would go off. So I don't know if that was a spirit, but I mean, it was like the same time every morning.
Oh, yeah.
But why? I don't know why they were playing with the little toilet that played music.
Yes, man. Oh, they play with things like it's funny because I made this. I don't know if you could see it, but uh, I made this. It hangs, and so if you let me take you closer. Right, I'm gonna go here. All right, it hangs. It plays music. I made it like for Halloween. Anyway, if I get too close to it and I knock into it, it moves back and forth because it's hanging in the doorway. So I was just sitting and I was sitting for like 2 hours. It was just me here. And all of a sudden this thing moves. And I'm like, oh, you hit it
Oh,
too. And I knew somebody tall went through my doorway, wasn't paying attention, and knocked into it, because
oh
it's not gonna
wow.
move. It's not like I have any wind in the house. It hadn't moved
Yes.
ever unless I hit it. Now I'm sitting here for an hour not moving, and all of a sudden I hear the candles hitting together, and I turn around and I go, "Oh, you!" Somebody tall walked through and forgot. Um, it will happen, or the kid will. One of the kids, all I heard him say was, "Uh oh," and he broke it. I'm like, "No, it's okay."
Oh no.
I don't think
Oh,
they broke it in real life because when they play with something, they take the energy from it here and play with it in
yes.
their realm. I don't know, in their
Yeah.
I don't know what you would call it. So they playing with it. I can see they have it in their hands or whatever, but it's still where I left it. But they have it in their hands. So if they break it there, it's okay because it's still here, fine. Um, I mean, they've knocked stuff off the wall or whatever. It doesn't bother me. But sometimes it's an accident, or sometimes they really want to play with something. So
Have you ever had like your keys disappear, or you know what I
they
mean? Like,
haven't done that. Usually, because I have a bad memory, it's me that misplaces something, and then what I do is, Sarah, which is my spirit guide, where did I put that? Where's the spirit box? Did you see the pen? And then I'll get a picture in my head, and I'll be like, oh, okay. Thanks. And I'll go get it. Like it's not them that take it, it's me that don't know where the fuck I put anything.
oh
And they
yeah.
have to tell me where it is because I don't know. I After I look for it and look for it and I can't find it, I'm like, Sarah, where is it? And then she'll tell me. But
I love that.
yeah, but otherwise I'll forget it. I'm screwed.
Oh,
So there's been a lot of times I've gone totally nuts looking for something, and finally I'm just like, okay, Sarah, where did I put this? I know you know where. I know we haven't used it in a while, but I know you know where it is. And sometimes she'll be like, let me get back to you. And I guess they'll like search, but they can search better than I can. And she'll be like, oh, in there. And I'm like, oh. One time I put, because I had two phones, and I would use one for them to watch TV, and I'd have my phone. Um, but I guess I took the phone in the bathroom with me because I was looking at something. and forgot, and I put it on top when I was going to the bathroom of the in the laundry bin, and I guess it slid down, you know? I was looking for the phone, looking for the
Oh,
phone, looking for I'm
wow.
how we gonna watch movies? Where finally I was like, where did I put the phone? They're like in the bathroom. And I looked all over the bathroom. I go, no, they're like in the laundry thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's in the laundry thing. Like, yeah, it was so funny. They
That's
know.
awesome. Dang. Everybody wishes that they had that so they could, find these. Because I misplace things too. I do all the time.
Oh yeah. All right, Eddie.
It's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
what
but
is
Kelly
it?"
has to be with us. She'll have fun. We're all in this um I had found this game, June's Journey, that I love. And I started talking about it, and I made like half the people who come to my live stream every week download it, and now they're all like stuck on it. Then we made a few new friends. So we have our little June's Journey Girls group in Messenger, and we all play. We're all in the same group. They made me a group leader, so I have everybody in the group, and we play games together. We play the games together and give each other flowers, and it's so addicting,
Oh,
you
that's
know.
awesome. That's
So
awesome.
that's what they were talking about in the chat. Our friend Yaz, that's where we met her. I met her in a June's Journey group, and I'm like, come to
Oh,
my group. Come to my, group, because she's like, oh, I play myself and whatever, and I'm like, no, come to us.
we should do
I
we should
have
do like a book club one of these times.
no time for June's Journey. Yeah. Well, we don't do book clubs. We do June's Journey Club. You can join us. I'll send you the link. You play a little, you solve the mystery, who killed June's sister and her husband. And
Oh,
yeah, it's
that's
murder
awesome.
mystery basically. And then once she solves that, she becomes like a detective, and she starts solving all these, you know, mysteries and stuff.
Okay.
So you
Is
might
it like
like
a,
that.
online game?
Yeah, it's on the phone, Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's an app, but Evie plays it on her computer, so I'm assuming you play it on the computer too on the app, but we play it in on our phone.
Okay. That does sound fun. Solving
You
mysteries.
you solve the mysteries, then you decorate your island. Now I have 5 islands.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I'm on like level. I started last, not January, that just the no, I should say February. So not February 2004 I started. I'm already on level 808.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how much I love it. I'm like, no, I can't keep playing this game. I get up in the morning, I put coffee, I play June's Journey with my coffee. Then I do things during the day, then I play June's Journey in the afternoon a little. And I do what I
Well,
gotta do. And like now after we get off here, I'm go on there because the free gifts will be on at 8 o'clock. Collect my free gifts, all my money and energy from the things. They don't do harvest. They give you these houses, and the houses give you money. So
that's cool.
you're like the landlord of the thing. Uh, I dominate at those games that you make words out of 6 to 7. Oh no, I hate those word games. After a while, I don't want to like this game. You need a good memory because you gotta look for the clues and everything. So you need a good memory, but you don't have to think too much. Like, it's not like super like I don't like games where I have to do math, where
Yeah, me
customers are
too.
yelling at me. This is stressful. I want to play something fun, not stressful, not timed. Like you could play the regular games in June's Journey. It's not timed. No big deal. Like, so that's why I like. Oh, yeah, you hit over 900 last week, Debbie. We lost our SB7 and EMF. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Dang it. Might have to. Oh, you can't do a spirit box, can you? Because you lost it. Dang.
Eddie and Jen lost it. Well, they have the apps, I'm sure, but still,
Oh,
the
yeah.
it's not like before. Like the SB7 you could get for like $50 somewhere before. Now they're 100. You know, they went
Oh,
up
wow.
in 7 years. They went up double the price, so it's like impossible to get one. Um,
Yeah,
and those
everything's.
come in handy. The EMF meters now. That's another thing. You can get those for $10 on Amazon. Like you can even get pretty colored ones. I
Oh,
got a pretty pink one.
oh, that
It
is
was
nice.
$11 on Amazon on special. They got purple, pink, yellow, green. You can get whatever color you want. Um, so the EMF meters, they're, if you lose it, okay,
Yeah.
you can get it. The SB7, no. When mine went, it died. I couldn't get it to work anymore. And I had to buy the other one. That's how I figured out they went up half. Like they went up double. I was like, holy cow, why are they so expensive now? Like usually things get cheaper when they're
Right?
older, you know? When these things just keep getting more expensive.
Hmm. It really is getting really some really expensive things out there that you can get to investigate. I like the cheaper
Then
stuff, like the homemade stuff.
you get good at it. Well, that's right, Kelly. Hmm.
Of course, I'm out here
And
buying the
anybody
decks.
who's not here in the beginning of our chat and does not know Cassie's channel is pinned up there on the top of your chat, and she tells mysteries on Mondays, and sometimes she tells some spooky cryptid stories. So check out her channel if you don't have it. And Miss Debbie shows spooky and strange things on her channel. So you could check out Miss Debbie if you don't have Debbie. You know Cassie Tiggs. Yes. Be up in a minute. Girl, we're almost going to be done. It'll be 2 hours. No, I did not. I do I try to stick with the content, like, like I said, the same kind of I do a craft video, and a cooking video. I do my card readings. I do something fun on Thursday, live stream on Saturday, and then Sinister Sundays. I even do some comedy sometimes, but I try to stick with the few things that I try not to do too much different stuff because I don't know what everybody likes anymore.
Yeah,
Just
that's
made me
hard.
someone was close. I like kittens. I'm getting a puppy and I don't want to try and keep it out of the litter box. What? Wait, I like kittens. Yeah, okay, kitties. I'm getting a puppy and I don't want it to keep it out of you want to keep it out of the litter box because okay, so you have cats and dog and you're gonna have a dog? I got confused. Oh. I'm like, wait, I don't understand. You're getting a dog and you want it in the litter box, out of the litter. Do you have cats? Why do you got the litter box? Do you want the dog? Now I trained the a dog to go. I put the litter box, but I didn't. I put a doggy pad in a litter box, and I cut a little hole out of it, and the doggy go in, pee, and come out. She got kicked off. She'll be back in a second. While she's doing that, I'll make a cigarette. But anyway, Oh, I didn't turn off the sound for you guys. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't. Wait, I'm waiting for Kelly to tell me if she's getting a cat and a dog or what the story is. And we're waiting for Cassie to come back, but her internet was acting weird, so just a puppy for now. Oh yeah. So that's it. That's you can make it go in the litter box. Like I said, but you're not gonna put litter in it. You're gonna put the doggy pad, and every time a dog is just like a kid, believe it or not. Every time you go to look at it, it's gonna look like it's gonna give you that face. You're gonna know it's gonna want to go to the bathroom, and you grab it and you bring it and you put it in the box. And that's what I did with that little one until she just learned to go in the box. When I wasn't there, because I had to work, there was nobody to walk her during the day, so she had to learn to go in the box. But yes, you can teach him to do that. But doggy pee and cat pee are way different. Under the litter box, you have to have one of those rubber waterproof mats because they pee and it goes through to everything. I don't know, it's like acid. Used a puppy pad in our condo in Chicago. Was not taking a dog outside after dark. That's right. That's right. It's not that bad. They kind of learn fast, but I just realized their pee is like acid. I was like, I had a little toy Yorkie, and I mean, she peed, and then there was holes, and I'm like, what the fuck? It's acid. And she only ate like this organic medicated food because she had stomach problems. So I was like, what the hell? But yeah, I just put the doggy pad in the little box, and I had that one of those rubber like you would put your boots. I could not keep Daisy out of the kitty's litter box. Really? No, my dog. She didn't like it at first. Like she was like, "What the freak?" Like I guess they're not used to it. She was like, Why do you keep putting me in this box?" I'm like, "No, don't you get out until you go to the bathroom." And finally, she got it. But yeah, at first she would just poop and pee in the corners, and I would get so mad. I was like, "I told you." Mm-mm. But yeah, I just set it up in the corner, and finally she got it. But yeah, what a pain. She was eating kitty. Oh, she was eating that. Oh yeah. Well, if you're just gonna have the puppy, they're not gonna eat their own. I don't think. She never did, my little one. But you never know with them. But if you're just gonna have the doggy now, I think it should be okay. I still, even in Minnesota, when it's cold, I wouldn't take that dog out. I'll be like, no, it's cold. You better learn to do it in the box. We're not going out today. It's cold. You could go out your damn self in the backyard. Um, oh, you'll know. You'll know, Debbie, because it'll always be around you. You'll know you're a spirit animal. Mhm. Oh, they grew up together. Yeah, well, if they grow up together, yeah. I've seen many animals. It's amazing get along, from babies, if you put them together. A bird and a cat can get along if they're from, together from when they're born because they don't know any better. It's what they're taught, right? Even though you have some kind of instincts, if you're taught early, from when you're born, you're around birds and pigs and whatever, they're all going to get along just like people. When you put them together from babies and that's all they know, that's who they get along with. Like, funny story, my daughter was only around women. We didn't have any men in the family, and she was only around girls. And hi. Um, oh, you're gonna go to work? God bless you. I did a reading for you, by the way, Sammy. I don't know if you knew. It's on there from yesterday. Um, yeah, well, we were getting ready to say goodnight, but she disappeared. I know her internet, she said, was wonky before, so I hope she comes back so we can say goodnight.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. I didn't know if you can hear me or not.
Yes. I was
Hi,
talking to you.
everybody. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Eddie. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Scott. Hi, Sammy. Sammy, how you going to work with your
Yeah,
feet messed up like that? Don't
she
they say you
said,
couldn't work?
I'm not supposed to, but I can't afford to miss.
Are they going to
I
let you come to work?
I would go, I would fill out a disability form.
I'd keep looking for a lawyer. Just because two of them told you no, I wouldn't. It's probably because they got ties with the city. Go outside the city and see if you can get one. Call one in Mount Vernon.
Oh yeah, you gotta call.
I told Christina about it. She'll tell you in a heartbeat. Same thing I did. Said,
Oh yeah,
you need a
you
lawyer.
don't have to pay any out of pocket for an accident that was caused by the city or state. Now they might not give you a ton of money, but you won't have any out of pocket for any medical. And if you miss work, they're gonna reimburse you for that. Shouldn't have to. Um,
I'm going to put her business out there, y'all. Y'all tell me if you fell in a manhole in your city and you got hurt with two possibly broke feet and they are uh fractured. They are not fractured. They got cracks in them, but they don't know how bad. She has to go in for an MRI. Anyway, and a messed up knee and her back hurts and she's just twisted. Now you tell me, would you guys not find a lawyer and she's paying this stuff out of pocket for the doctors and stuff
yeah,
because her insurance won't pay for it? What would y'all do?
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You have to even geez, you know,
but I
call
want
what
the
sometimes you don't even need a lawyer. You just sue them, take them to Judge Judy.
yep. I
One of those claim court. Get up to $10,000 at least, I think, in the small
I had a
claims.
friend. She fell in a manhole in Mount Vernon. She's my mom's best friend. She broke her foot in two places, messed her knee up, something else. I don't remember, her elbow, I think. Anyway, she sued him and got over it. She got over $1 million.
Mhm. Yeah, well, if you sue them in regular court, but if you go to small claims, you'll only get like 10,000. I think the small claims part goes up too, but
But I'd be worried about. I mean, I if nothing else, get your damn doctor bills paid for.
yeah, just the doctor bills. I mean, that's all you want. You go, no, listen, you have to pay the doctor bills has to go
Hold
through
on.
the city.
Yeah, let me pause this. I got hang on.
See, Debbie says, I have a legal background. Your local council has a duty of care and maintain the sidewalks. Right. Both ankles are sprained. I know, that's crazy. Like, just you don't have to get extreme amounts of money. Listen, for the days that I miss work because I can't work right now with this, and and the doctor bills, that's it. You know, I do litigation and personal injury. Yeah, so that sounds like something that should be taken care of, Debbie. I'd call your local councilman. Hey, listen, I need, they might um, tell you how to get it paid, you know? Yeah, if you're not looking for something crazy, look, I just want the medical bills paid and I can't go to work right now, like, and then, once it heals, I'm gonna go to work. No problem. I'm not, I just need help. This is your fault. Call a personal injury lawyer. They usually have free consultation. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What does Google say? I'm just curious. I love my Google. If I fall in the manhole and get hurt, whose fault is it? So it says if you fall into a manhole and get hurt, the responsibility for the accident and potential injuries fall on the entity responsible for maintaining the manhole cover, which could be a city, a utility company, or a contractor, depending on the circumstances. Um, Proving liability for their neglect. Yeah, okay. Um, and they actually have tons of lawyers here. Fins and fins, loose manhole covers, and municipal liabilities, slip and fall lawyers, no fees unless you win. ForThePeople.com, Morgan and Morgan law firm, free unless you win your case. That's the ones you need. Free until you win. Remember to look down. Morgan and Morgan said no, really. Those damn well, I would say that the bigger law firms probably would say, well, she's not going to get a lot of money, just, we're not going to take it because they want to get their cut, right? I'd say go with a injury lawyer that's like a little person maybe. A little person. Because those big companies probably not wasting their time if you're going just for doctor's bills and stuff. That's why I say maybe the councilman or your like we have our neighborhood councilman. We would call him and be like, "Oh, this happened," and they usually tell you where to go to get help for that. Here in Florida, it's either them or Farah and Farah. Farah and Farah. Yeah. I mean, in New York, there's a lawyer at every corner. So you just walk in and go, "Hey, what about this? Hey, what about that?" We got the Texas Hammer. Is that really the name of the law firm? What a shitty situation. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why sometimes you just call the councilman. Maybe the councilman's office could tell you. They said it's a conflict of interest. Yeah, because they're for the city. The tanks and danks. Yeah. Do they know for sure it's a city manhole and not the electric company or contractor or stuff? Like, was the city working on that manhole? That's why it was open. Like, what was going on? Who was working on the manhole? If you don't mind me asking, because if thanks and thanks. Because if it was like Con Edison who opened the manhole to do something, if you say you're going to sue Con Edison, city is blaming the landlord. So tell them you want to. So tell them you want to sue the landlord. Then maybe somebody will help you. I don't care who I fucking sue.
Well, it's not the landlord's. I mean, was it on the landlord's property?
Well, it's fine. It's whoever opened it. Like who
But
left
it's
it open?
still
Why was it
whoever the
open? Right?
utility
Did
company.
the city open it? Did the utility company? Like here,
Right.
Con Edison. If Con Edison had it open because they were doing work and didn't put a barrier around it, you're gonna sue Con Edison. You're not gonna sue the city because the fucking Con Edison was the one who had it open. Now, if the landlord opened it to drain it and didn't put something around it, then it's the landlord's fault. It's whoever had it open. That's how I would feel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jim
Yep.
Adler. Like,
Yeah, I tell you, there's got to be somebody out there to take it. I'll tell you what.
Well, I told her to call the city councilman.
Call the ACLU.
Oh, that too.
I mean, you think about it.
I'd call everybody and their mother until somebody told me to
I
give it
would.
up. Otherwise, I'm going to say no. Then you know what? Yeah. I'm going to go on disability. I'm going to have
I
the state
wouldn't.
pay the disability. I'm going to have the state pay free medical. Because I'm not going to work anymore. And I'm going to go on all the food stamps and everything. I'm going to suck your ass dry. So either you pay for my fucking medical bills or fuck you.
Right. I agree with that
Don't get me
100%.
started. Now stop. That was
I
rude.
mean,
That's what you could do. Like, no, I can't work. I fell in the manhole. Nobody want to help me. Go right to the state and sign up for You want
what it
social security
is that
disability. You want food stamps. You want help with housing.
them two law firms she called, they're probably in cahoots with the city to start with. I mean, there's that possibility. So if that's the case, I mean, they're not going to sue the city, no. But there's going to be somebody who will.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, call outside of the city, and even if it's utility company, it's still city based. I would think it's on their property.
Yeah, well, Con Edison is a local. It's not run by the state. It's a Con
Yes,
Edison
she did, Debbie. She sure did.
separate one.
Yes, that come out of our Christina's mouth.
Yeah.
But she's right. I mean,
Yeah, of course.
I'm telling you that.
Either way, I'd make the city pay. Whether I go on all the
Right.
benefits and say "fuck you" now, or either way, they're paying you. So
They pay
might
my
as well
damn
they just pay
medical, if
half
nothing
of it.
else. I mean, you think an MRI is not going to cost you a couple thousand? It is. And that's just that. That's not counting everything else. And doctors, every time you walk in the door, is $100 or better. And a specialist is $200 or better.
Yeah, it's like even when you get hit by a car, right?
Yep.
It goes through no fault insurance. The city has insurance for these kind of things. I'm more than fucking sure.
Yep.
So, they're just being dumb because the city has insurance. That's why I say maybe try to call the councilman, because if there's some kind of insurance that you can put it through,
Very good.
maybe they give you a claim or something, you know? Yeah, I know. But it's a true story. You can get them either way. Like, oh, all right, I'm just gonna get along food stamps and all this shit because no, my back, I can't move. That's it. You have the doctor fill out you're disabled and you frigging do it that way. Screw it. you know, Part of the good old buddy system. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I didn't spend an hour and a half on the phone talking to you last night because I didn't know what I was talking about.
hmm You gotta look Mary. Mary can find somebody.
She don't listen to me half time.
Screw 'em. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, girl, I wasn't born yesterday. I'm smart. I may not
Yeah.
look it, but I am smarter than what you think I am.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's just the you just gotta find the right person and the right
Yeah,
things,
you
because I'm
gotta
more
find the
than
right
sure
one.
everybody has liability insurance. Everybody. Con Edison, every fucking buddy has a liability insurance to pay
You're
when
right, James. It
accidents like
isn't
this
in part of the
happen.
good old buddy system.
City has it, Con Edison has it. The landlord has liability on his building insurance.
Yep.
Somebody has to pay. That's how it goes.
They have to
Everybody has
carry insurance in
liability.
case they're sued. Just the same as anybody else out there that owns property.
That's what I'm
And
saying.
whoever's responsible for that manhole, they're responsible for paying your bills.
That's right. Sue the landlord and his insurance. If it's on his property, sue the landlord's homeowner's insurance. That's it. Done. Easy schmeezy.
Yep. Sorry, you guys, if we got off subject.
We got our subject, but we lost Cassie. I don't know what happened.
Just that we don't want to see you get screwed over, Sammy.
That's
And
right.
that's what's going to happen if you don't stand your ground
hmm I call everybody their
and keep
mother,
trying.
and I wouldn't go to work. I would not go to work. I'd be like, I
I would
cannot
not
go
go
to
to work
work.
either.
Because that would screw you up. Oh, but you can
I
work,
know
so
you need
you're
the money, but
not fucking.
it's going to mess you up, just like she said.
There's no off topic in this group. That's right.
That
Nope, I
doctor
wouldn't
give
go to
you
work.
off. The doctors already give you off to the first. Take it.
Yep, you bring that letter in. You said, nope, the doctor told me I can't work till the first, and that's if everything goes well. Oh yeah, she has to go back there. I'm sure she took pictures when it happened. Damn, that would have been the first thing I did. I would have took a picture of me in the hole, selfie style. Look at this shit.
Right, Kelly? Just all the time.
Yep.
She's got pictures of it. Now she's wearing a knee brace and brace on both her feet, and they're all wrapped up.
I won't get a check though. Why? Don't they have don't you have like personal days where you work and stuff like that? Have them pay you out your personal days.
She just took them all when she took a vacation and went to Mardi Gras.
Oh, because sometimes depending on where you work, they'll give you like, they'll bank some, like you can bank some personal
Sammy,
days
you
like
may not get a check, but
But
file,
in the long
file
run, you
for
might
food
get a bigger
stamps.
check from the landlord if you don't go to work for a week.
File for food stamps.
Yeah.
You can do it. I'll talk to you about that in a little while.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's what they do, Debbie. They bribe your neighbors. They spy on you. Yeah. That's why I'm saying you. If you go to work, you screw
Okay.
yourself.
Yes.
Stay
Okay.
sitting in your house with your fucking feet up and call everybody and their mother until somebody takes your case, until they hear your story. Call food stamps. Call this one. Say no. I can't work for at least a month. So because I fell in this manhole, nobody will help me, and
Right, Debbie.
I'm gonna file for food stamps. For I need medical. I need all this shit. Whatever you got, I gotta take it.
That's right, Sammy. You don't, do you? Well, still, your job has to. I
I
would think that they wouldn't let you. I mean, how you gonna do anything with braces on your feet and your knee both? Hobble around?
and
No.
if you get and it's a liability for them because if you injure yourself more, then they're liable.
And if you go to work, they're just gonna say, "Well, she can work. She went to
Yeah,
work."
yeah.
I mean, you're screwing yourself. Please don't go to work.
Hmm.
I know your mom's in one ear saying you need to work, but I'm telling you,
Right.
you stand, you're looking at dollar signs. Maybe it's how you're talking to the people or something, how you're wording it to them. So I don't know, but I mean, she's walking along and stepped right in it.
I mean, gosh. I mean, like uneven
Maybe they're not
pavement. You have to
understanding that,
pace yourself.
you're messed up.
Yeah.
Yep, Debbie, I'm, I know of that happening actually. It's one person. They didn't get them, but I do know it happened.
Yeah.
Yep, Kelly, I told her that too. Just save all of it. Don't don't just set it down and forget where it's at. Keep it all together because I mean it's going to end up costing her a fortune.
Mhm. Yeah,
And for what?
especially if she needs some kind of
If
surgery
she
on her
needs
knee or
surgery, if
something.
right, if it is broke and it needs surgery because it's chipped off in there or whatever, uh, that's really going to cost
Yeah.
at least 30,000 or better. Surgery ain't cheap.
Hmm. Right, exactly.
Yeah,
Well, my lovelies, I don't know. I guess Cassie's not coming back.
I have two, Debbie. They were after this person for Social Security fraud. They didn't get her though because she wasn't frauding it.
But I'm so glad that Cassie came up here and we got to meet her. For whoever didn't meet her, don't forget to check out her link. It's pinned
Oh, she didn't come
comment.
back.
I
She
don't
don't
know.
love you anymore.
I don't know. She had a problem with her internet. It kicked her off before, but she was able to get back in a little while. But now it's been a while.
Well, I didn't mean that. We get along fine.
I know that.
I heard y'all talking about me earlier. Kelly told me.
I
Kelly
said,
told me y'all was talking about me.
I think she was supposed to come up, but I don't know. I sent her the link and I haven't seen her, so I go she might have fell
I
asleep or
couldn't
something.
sleep to save my life. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried everything. I shut everything down. I got it quiet.
Yeah.
I thought if I played the game, it would make me sleepy. Nope, that didn't work.
No, forget it. I could sit there and play that game, and then I all of a sudden 4 hours go by, and I go, fuck. I've been playing June Journey for 4 hours. I didn't do nothing. That's right, Debbie. Absolutely right. Way out. I'm gonna let you guys go. We've been here 2.5 hours. I'm gonna go cook dinner. I got a crossover to do. And I would like to go see my cousin is going back to Greece tomorrow morning. So I probably want to shoot by there and say goodbye to him
Let me say
early tomorrow
this.
morning.
Let me say this, Sammy.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one telling you the same thing. Look at all these people in this chat telling you don't take their lawyer's word for what they said. Find you a lawyer. There is one out there that will take your case.
Yeah.
If there isn't, I'll be totally shocked.
There you go, Sammy. I can't work. Nope. Nope. I'd at least give it another week to just sit there and call everybody, the councilman, every single lawyer in the fucking book that's the white
I
pages, yellow
would.
pages. Yeah, I would just sit there
I
until
go
I
out
find
of
somebody.
I go out of county or go out of state one. They ain't gonna tell me that they don't have to pay your medical bills.
Yeah,
It
no.
wasn't.
You
It
only,
wasn't.
you only did it.
If it wasn't closed off, taped around it, or
Yeah,
had barriers or something, they're telling you that it was messed up.
yeah.
It is on them, not on you. They have to pay your medical bills if nothing else.
That's what I'm saying. You go after the landlord's building insurance. I would call the landlord. Who's your homeowner's insurance? I don't give a fuck, motherfucker. You tell me, or I'll find
It,
out. The
it,
city will tell me
I
who it
don't
is
think it's the
because the
landlord.
city don't want to pay. Somebody's fucking paying.
I don't think it's the landlord. It's on the utility company. Whoever
If
put
it's
the
on,
manhole, the utility company owns that one spot,
well, if it's the
regardless
utility
whether it's in
company,
his
then
yard or not.
you're gonna sue Con Edison or PNCG or whoever the heck it is.
Laura said it's the city. Okay,
Well,
if it's the
do
city,
they know exactly? I mean, this is what I'm saying. They didn't look into it. They don't know.
okay, I'm telling you, I figured it's the city too. So I go. I mean, it's their utility company because if it's water, it was the water one, right? Then it is the city.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I I I would not give up.
No.
Hell no, well, especially if you've got medical bills that you're gonna have
Yeah.
to pay. I would
Nah,
not give up.
I wouldn't go into debt for the city. No, you're gonna pay. They definitely have liability. You just have to call the right person. Maybe Mary can help you with
Right, Kelly? And I mean, if she gets money besides what, for pain and suffering and all that, that's good. But get
that. Yeah.
them damn medical bills paid for because if not, you're going to be paying on them
The
now for the
medical
next
bill
2, 3
and
years.
and medical bills and any work you missed.
Any work you missed, yeah. Hell, they going to have, you'll be paying for this for the next 3 years, Sam,
Yeah,
if you don't do something about it.
that's it.
Yes, they will subpoena your medical history. I told her that too last night.
Doesn't matter.
I
She
mean,
doesn't have. It's not like she falls in a manhole every other day and sues somebody.
right. Shit,
They can-
ain't like, damn good well she didn't fall in that manhole on purpose.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
who would do that? I mean,
Paying it, she gets all the right. That's right,
not to
Kelly.
mess herself up. I mean, shit. You know, I mean, I don't know. I just know that I
Get
would not go
arthritis
down.
from those kind of things and all sorts of
I'd go
stuff.
down fighting. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, like I said, maybe Mary, she's good with the phone calls. Maybe she can help you call people tomorrow. And that's what you guys do. You take half the yellow pages, she take the other half, and you just all call. Okay,
Yeah,
listen, this is what happened.
yeah. It's like I said, maybe it's the way
Call
she's
your
wording it or
councilwoman,
something. I don't know,
I need help.
but
Um, you know,
you can't tell them, "Hey, I'm out to get money." You have to tell them, I'm missing work. I'm
yeah,
hurt. I'm missing work. I have these doctor's appointments. I have to go for an MRI. I can't afford, and that
yeah,
your insurance not wanting to pay. This is what you tell them. You tell them all this. You don't
that's
go
what you
and
say.
say, "Hey, I want to sue them because this is ridiculous. They're negligent or blah blah." You want to
No,
say why
you
you
got to
want
tell them,
to,
listen to me. I can't work right now. I'm losing money. I'll lose
right,
everything. I'll
James? That's
be on
yeah.
state assistance. I need somebody to pay these medical bills. I mean, the city, the landlord, I don't care who pays it. I don't care. I
I
don't
mean, yeah,
care who pays it.
she can have problems with this for the rest of her life. I
Yeah,
mean, and when you fall in a manhole like that or whatever, it can mess your back up, your hips up, your
yeah,
alignment, your body alignment. If it did that, I mean, you don't really know yet because you're still hurting.
yeah,
If it messed up your alignment and your hips and stuff, trust me, you're going to have pain from now on.
yeah.
So, I mean, I know, been there, done that. So, I didn't fall in a manhole, but I know what it is to be
Yeah, there you go, James. That's a true story too.
not even, not to be pain free there. So I mean, I I wouldn't just let sleeping dogs lie. They'd be barking their ass off.
Yeah, that's right. That's why I
So
say, you each got to take, half and half and call every lawyer, call the councilman, call the governor, the mayor, whoever you got there in Indiana. Uh,
Samantha, write that down. What Debbie said. You can sue for ex exacerbation, if I'm saying it right, of pre-existing conditions. I think it means that they can't use your pre-existing conditions as a reason for not helping you. Am I right, Debbie? I'm pretty sure that's what it means.
no, or maybe it means
Debbie, are you a lawyer?
she works in the legal field. Are you a legal secretary? I used to do that, but I
She could
haven't
be a
done it in a while. And
legal.
we did
She's probably legal aid, like a legal
union uh,
paralegal, probably
union law.
paralegal.
Yeah. I so I did like legal stuff, but for the union, not for. So it was I'm a lawyer.
Oh, she's a
Debbie, you take
lawyer.
her case,
Where
girl.
do you
Oh,
live? Take her case.
it's not they're in a different state, I'm assuming.
If you're getting that from a lawyer in this chat telling you what you can do, you need to take notes of what she's telling you.
you know, I don't know how the state goes. I studied law at the University of
Oh,
Sydney,
she's in
Australia.
Australia, I think. Yeah, she's not here, but even if she's in a different country, this type of law is basically,
Oh yeah, slip and
yeah,
falls are
it's all
probably
over. I can tell you right now, she's right
I
for
mean,
what she's telling you.
Even Google said no. You need you need to prove your and who's responsible, who's who the manhole who mans the manhole, basically, and then you seek legal counsel because that's what you have to do. You can't like let it leave it alone.
Am I right? That's where they can't use her past medical history to say that's what it's from, not from what this right here. Because she's I mean, she's had pain and stuff sometimes, but not, she's young. And she's still in her 20s.
Yeah, but also, I mean, how did she didn't get up all messed up like that and walk to the hospital. They must have took her to the
Right?
hospital.
That's what
How'd
I'm
she
saying. She was going to the laundromat and she just put the laundry in the car and turned around and was just walking to go back to the house and boom, fell in it. She didn't know it was off of there and that,
Yeah.
and that it was chipped or whatever and fell in it. Pre-existing condition decline payment, but your lawyer can still claim under exoneration of pre-existing condition. Counsel has to exercise due.
What? Eric told you about lawyers last night.
What?
Eric told you about lawyers last night or yesterday.
Yeah,
Woman and woman,
she did. She called them.
woman and woman.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna screenshot this. So, oh, Sam, there we go. So we have it and what she's saying.
Yeah. You could get Debbie on what is it? X? The old Twitter, whatever it is. You can find Debbie.
On Twitter.
Yes. Before she fell in the manhole, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. She went straight to the hospital from falling in the manhole. It wasn't like, you know.
Right, Kelly, right. And now she's all banged up. I mean, that doctor didn't put no brace on her knee and her feet for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he had to see there was something wrong before he did that.
Well, and she could get the medical records from what they did. I mean,
well, I'm just saying, he didn't do that for nothing.
right. But
He didn't do it to appease her, is what I'm trying to say.
oh yeah, he didn't just say, "Oh no, you're fine, but I'll give you these braces just for shits and giggles."
Yeah, because I mean that's his medical career online. They're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, you wanted to get off here, right? Sorry.
Yeah, I gotta go eat because I'm hungry. It's gonna be
All
time
right,
to die.
everybody.
Thank you again so much to Cassie for joining us. Cassie, if you're out there,
Thanks,
thank
Debbie, for
Mary for coming
information.
up.
Debbie, I'm on Twitter too, on X or whatever you want to call it now. Under Lunar Clips Paranormal. JujuBean_43 at Yahoo's is my, if you can't find me one way or the other. But I'm gonna try and find you. I may already have you.
Oh yeah, she's on mine, so you could probably just even go to my
All right.
friends and see her too. So
All right. Well, all right then. All right, everybody. Good night. Good night, Kelly. Good night, Debbie. Scott. Whoever else is here. James. Sammy. I'll talk to you, I'm sure, on Messenger.
yes,
Yeah, she'll be blowing me
Kelly
up here in a minute.
and James and Diane and Sammy and Scott.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys all hanging out with us.
And thanks for the information any of you shared or
Oh, you're on
said.
Instagram, not X. Okay, Instagram is where I have Debbie. I'll send her.
I'm on
I'll send
Instagram
her
too. Okay. All right. So is Sammy. She's on there too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. I'll see you in Messenger.
Yeah, see you, Messenger.
All
And
right.
I'll
All
play
right.
the outro here somewhere.
All right. All right. Bye.
Bye, lovies.
You're still here? It's over. Go home.